Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get away with this. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 1137. It's a doubleheader night. And this is take 2 of 1137. Because we were having all sorts of technical issues yesterday, but we got things back up and running. Things are going good. Give us a like. And if you're interested in hearing kind of the lowdown on the computer situation, I would recommend checking out the audio version of our show, which will be uploaded after tonight's episode, probably an hour or two after tonight's episodes are over. So you'll want to check that out because I give the full explanation of the computer and the plan, which we'll share details as things come along. It is important though. I am probably going to have to get some like a new GPU eventually to help carry the load. So obviously the fundraiser's still active. It's going to be active for another few months, 5 months. I don't know. So help us out there. Also, we're doing the second and third show of the week tonight.
It's a very special double feature Drunken Peasants episode.
Oh, it's very special. Like you find a joint in my underwear drawer and you're like, Ben, we need to talk about this.
Yeah, I just took some pain pills, so it could get weird.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
It will get weird.
It could get really weird now.
Yeah, it'll get...
Unfortunately, I don't know
weird.
how it'll affect me tonight.
Yeah.
I might turn into a vampire.
Oh, no.
The audio episode...
Vampire for hire.
Vampire for hire. Yeah, just a little blood slut. The audio episode, I've been hearing from a lot of people, they like to play it at night, and it puts them to sleep.
Oh, yeah, we have...
we have very soothing voices.
Yeah, it's Drunken Peasants ASMR.
Yeah, tons of people dream about us when they fall asleep to the show. It's kind of...
Oh, no, you did.
They make us a part of their dreams. We're your dream boys.
Oh, no, you did.
The sweet boys are your dream boys. Play us before you go to bed. Wake up with weird fixations. Only on the audio-only podcast, though. Don't play the video podcast. You'll never go to sleep. You'll be busy staring into our eyes the entire time. That's inappropriate.
Yeah, don't do that, please. Yeah, but I was up till 4 in the morning. I don't stay up late. So that's late for me. Working on the computer, trying everything. I did a clean install. And someone actually snuck a camera in. And filmed me. Check this out. Check out this this leaked footage of me. Someone was like, hey, when are you going to get the computer working? And this is me responding. Here it is.
I'm working on it.
You weren't supposed to see my hidden camera.
Yeah.
I hid it right where the actual camera is.
I'm working on it.
I'm working on it. Well, I'm glad you made it. It was a scary night yesterday. We've rarely had to do what we had to do last night.
Yeah. It was Friday the 13th, which is also it was the birthday of Magicus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All sorts of weird stuff happened. Creepy Magicus didn't want to get drunk, so he cast a spell on us.
No, he was helping me out troubleshooting earlier, so that's pretty
good.
Cool.
Magicus. He's not so creepy. He should have cast a spell to save us then. A protection spell,
He
please?
did cast a spell.
In the name of our fallen Lord Magicalus, I offer this as tribute.
Oh, shit.
Majarjosa.
I need to move that.
We couldn't get those Magicus drink bonuses yesterday. That was a rough one. We always lean on Magicus's liver to get us up to our goal whenever he's on.
His Malibu liver?
Yeah, his Malibu's most wanted. His beautiful pink drink liver. But yeah, he had a nice birthday, and I hope that he enjoyed it, even though we didn't get to party down with him like we planned.
Party down. I like that term.
Party down.
Secretary of Partying Down.
and everybody watching. Ben and I aren't drinking, so we can't do the Magic is Drinks for donos.
No. I am not currently drinking on a regular basis.
I have a bunch of hot wings. I could wing for donos, but
You're going to eat them anyway.
I could wing it. I could wing it.
No, I think we can make it.
You guys drink for us.
We're a little early. We have 2 episodes, so seriously, this episode is going to end eventually, and then we're going to start another one, and I'll link all you guys to it so you can follow us over there. It has a different thumbnail. But yeah, even the Specter video. Oh, here we go.
Do you realize? Let me tell you something. If the YouTube department saw that computer that they could condemn our channel?
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, I want to see the Specter thing. It just wasn't working.
Yeah, we didn't get to see any of it. All we
Yeah,
saw
not really.
Your hard work is appreciated.
Oh, the
Thank
love
you,
one.
thank
Thank you.
you.
Everybody appreciate the love. If we can keep the love going, then I promise I won't have a meltdown today. I promise.
I won't.
I promise.
I'm not going to promise. I'm on the man. And then I posted a video letting everybody know, and people are like, "You have a puffy face." I'm like, "Damn, man, way to call me fat."
You've been
you jerks.
You've been losing a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
You've been
I need to lose
stressing
more
out.
weight than sleep. Apparently, my puffy face. Damn. It looked like I got stung by bees or something. It's awful. Anyway, here's the intro. Oh, damn. Just got another 20.
Money.
I don't know if there was a message behind it, but it didn't show.
It's just Fix Soul, DJ Fix Soul, with the 20 twin, homie. Cheers to you, Fix Soul. Thank you, brother. Clay disappear.
God damn it.
Gain sleep, lose weight. That's how it works, actually. I heard that good sleep is really great for weight loss.
Is it?
Yeah, getting a good night's sleep.
Oh, yeah, it actually is. You have more energy to burn more calories during the day, too. Yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to exercise regularly, but these last few weeks I haven't been able to do it as much because I was building a computer and then fucking with it relentlessly for... I don't even know how long it's been. I think it's been like 2 weeks. I think on Sunday it'll be 2 weeks since the old computer died. Anyway, let's give it a like. Let's make this happen. Obviously, there's no crazy lag. Here it is, Specter.
You want a fucking nostril check, you know. If it's squishy and green, you're living clean. If it's crusty and hard, you're on the shard. Like you can't hide that shit.
That's icky.
If it's squishy and green, you're in the clean. If it's crusty and hard, you're on the shard?
Yeah, meth. Meth
Is it meth?
Meth dries you up bad. It makes your doo-doo.
Oh, I mean, I used to be on Adderall for like most of my childhood, so it does make you constipated and dries you up. It can give you it can dry out your mouth and make you have like bad breath and shit too. It gives you cotton mouth sometimes too.
Cotton mouth?
It's supposed to be really bad for you. You know, you got to do your vitamin B12 if you're going to do the Huff.
Cheers, CJ Halliday.
Don't do the Huff.
So he's like, you have to supplement. I've heard this with vegans before. Like, you know, they don't get necessarily a lot of vitamins that you would get that most people get from food, like dairy products and meat. So yeah, take your vitamins. But he's like, no, if you're doing the Huff.
Yeah,
you gotta take your vitamins, your multivitamin.
It's nice when somebody huffing nitrous takes care of their body.
I don't think it's nitrous.
Whatever it is.
Well, it was nitrous the one time because he had the tank, but the like duster stuff, that's ridiculous. You should not be breathing that.
Yeah, I was pretty sure he had a nitrous straw this time, but I could be wrong.
I don't know what this is.
Don't live in your van
We'll
in
see.
your
It
friend's
might
side
be.
yard. Need to borrow a jack.
That's just a corncob pipe with his button nose.
It looks like it has a cap on it, though. What is this?
I don't. Is it a grenade? Is it a vape pipe?
It's a grenade. It's a stem grenade.
Maybe it's a like a vaporized weed. You put it in the little chamber there. That'd
You
be pretty
detonate the grenade by puffing on the special grenade stem.
Hawkeye and Juma both say it's a vaporizer that and it does dabs.
Oh,
It's a
that's
dab vape?
beautiful. I have a dab vaporizer, but it doesn't look like a nifty little pipe like that. I like that.
Specter might be the methamphetamine Doctor Who.
I can't stop looking at his one eye. Like it was just sunken in, man. It was a giant man that caved in his eye. It was crazy.
I don't practice no thelema. I ain't got no tarot cards.
You don't practice Santeria.
He said no thelema, though, which is like it's like an occultic religion. So that's interesting. He was doing like a parody.
He ain't got no crystal ball. Oh, yeah, the axe. I forgot about the axe.
Imagine just going around thinking you owned the place.
Yeah. A crazy guy huffing his brains out with a hatchet. He should go to the gathering.
How does he fit on the privilege meter? He's a white cis male, right?
He lives in a van, though.
Yeah, exactly. He lives in a van.
He's
He
a drug
wields an
addict.
axe.
Like-
He's addicted to drugs.
Like very unhealthy drugs.
He's near homeless.
He basically is.
How do we rate somebody like this on the privilege meter? I feel like the majority of people that want to call out other people's privileges would say he's a cis white male, and he has all the privilege.
I would say it is definitely a privilege to make his acquaintance.
I don't know if I would really want to hang out with him.
No.
I don't know. I probably would, but I feel like something bad would happen. He got his eye knocked out of the socket.
Yeah. It like some dude was like getting punched by a woman. Some big guy was getting punched by a woman way smaller than him, and Specter was filming it, and the guy told him to stop filming, and he's like, I don't have to stop, and the guy looked at him like, yes, you do.
So that guy was getting hit by a woman, and Specter got hit by him?
Yep.
So that woman beat
The
them both.
woman was
She's
like,
superpowered.
the guy was taking punches in the face by the small woman to get to Specter to crush his eye hole.
RVD doing the Shawn Michaels impression.
That's
He does
a good one.
He does a flawless JJ impersonation.
That was crazy, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not like that.
Was he on the
I'm
nitrous
just
when he
not
did it, or
like
was that just his
I don't know.
voice?
We'll see.
I'm not like anyone else.
He's not like anyone else. He's like CM Punk if CM Punk was the opposite of straight edge. Huff, Back to the Future. Huff to the Future. I am the dentist.
When this baby hits 88 PSI, you're gonna see some serious shit.
When it hits 88 PSI.
He's a quality character.
He is kind of creative.
Like,
I love this.
if I had about $10,000, I'd make a movie with these five. It'd be a great film. A nice Huff to the Future remake.
Would JJ be the main character?
He'd have to be, yeah.
Yeah?
He'd have to. I'd cast them
Who is
exactly in all
Cobes?
these.
Is he Biff?
Is Cobes Biff? I think he might be Biff, and this is the mom and dad behind JJ.
Inspector's
I don't
Doc
know who
Brown?
the guy is. That's I think Crispin Glover's character. I don't know who that guy is.
No.
Maybe I'd recast him. Maybe I'd recast him and the female lead. Didn't they get recast in the actual Back to the Future sequels too? Bog to the Future.
I love how the top of JJ's head is cut off. That's like one of the worst things about making thumbnails with people's faces.
Not even once. Tip train for these sweet boys.
TT on the tip. Yeah,
Sweet.
Duster is a wild little
Yeah, no thank you.
machination. Yeah, Specter's a good doc because he's like the scientist.
He's the scientist of gases.
He's the dentist. I don't know why he's got the damn axe. I think it's just like an accessory at this point. Hopefully not an accessory to murder.
Here's the JJ.
Most certainly do believe that raking and sweeping are a similar activity. If you are able to sweep while raking, rake while sweeping. You can just see to it that the discipline of the task is seen through to the very end.
See, this is like a vocal impression, but when JJ talks, he's actually saying crazy deep things that are out of the reach of most minds. Specter doesn't get that, so he's just doing the character without the depth of the words being said.
We were see to it that we were raking the same way.
Good with the facial mannerisms, though.
I don't know. Thank you, Chad User.
Thank you, George.
Image upon our screens. You produce such a vivid and most beautiful image upon our screens. Okay.
Okay.
Hope you have a nice night.
Hope you have a nice night.
Yeah, that's definitely not Duster.
I'm a scuba diver. I'm a scuba diver.
He's scuba
He's
diving.
a scuba diver?
JJ does have a lot of Joe qualities in his features.
Good morning, afternoon.
And good night.
No, I'm going to get you guys up to date on the van situation momentarily.
The van is not working. The truck is gone. Left it on the side of the road.
Just like last fucking winter. Same time last year, my primary mode of transportation is a Yamaha.
To make up, lads, good thing we are doing a 20-hour show.
Probably. I have to be in the doctor's care tomorrow within 20 hours. I can't do 20 hours. I'll die.
20 hours is ridiculous.
I'll die.
Yeah.
I'll actually die.
Make of that what you will. And you got a rake. We have a rake. We have leaves. We have a gate situation here.
A gate situation.
A little gate situation.
With that individual.
That's it's going to be the first step. Primary vehicle. And then, of course, backup. That's
you know, I'm going to be riding this Vespa around until the motor. What is it? What was it? A lawnmower? This is a lawnmower, right?
It's
the
something.
lawnmower kicks in.
Backup in case that ever breaks down. So, you know, worry not. We're not. No, we're good. We keep it moving around here. Okay. So, you know, Yeti, of course, again, making accessories for your everyday life, for your everyday active life, you know. Why not make hey, Yeti, why not make a purple fucking nitrous holder? You know, every other douchebag who goes to fucking...
Yeah, why not make it purple? What if you want nice things?
He does have a nice look. He looks like CM Punky Brewster.
You like the... Yeah, I guess so.
Festivals and Huff's Nitrous buys your shit fucking products anyway. Might as well get this fucking asshole to do it.
He should fight CM Punk in UFC.
Imagine it, surface dwellers everywhere,
around.
just shooting the fuck out of each other till they bleed to death.
He's quite a character. I wonder how many brain cells he's losing on the nitrous. Does that eat up the brain cells? Is that what it is?
I don't
Birthday
know.
bash fundraiser didn't work out last night. Thanks everyone who hung out with me in Discord last night.
Thank you.
Please give the sweet bois some donuts for me. I'm off to steak dinner time.
Enjoy your steak dinner, Magicus. I hope you bought yourself a drink with that.
Magicus
$50.
was helping me troubleshoot.
$1 a huff. People don't want to listen to smart ideas. They want to huff nitrous and shoot each other.
I'm here for the smart ideas, Specter.
To the future. When this baby hits 88 PSI, you're gonna see some serious shit.
What if I huff a bunch of nitrous and get nerve damage, you know, and wind up, you know, having sex with my mom and being gay? Don't worry, Marty.
My mom's name, by the way, is Marty. I feel like he's talking to me when he says sex with your mom. I'm gonna have to
Play
fight him.
Johnny Be Good.
Play Johnny Be Good.
There's no way you'll be a fucking 38-year-old IRL streamer living out of his van when he gets back to 2031 or whatever.
2023. Hey, 2023. We don't have.
He forgot the year.
Chicanery in the chat says they don't understand what Specter means when he refers to surface dwellers. He obviously means people who are a part of society, are contributing members of society. Those are surface dwellers.
Yeah.
Those that don't contribute, those that live off of the land and the nitrous and the spoils of indecency, those are the underground. Surface dwellers are the day-to-day human beings that keep the machine running.
They don't understand the subterranean mind.
Shoes. But we do have self-puffing puffer vests, so that's got to be worth something. Allow me to demonstrate.
Okay.
Like, oh, what's this? Oh, it's just a puffer vest, but wait, you know.
It's also a flotation
it
device.
puffs and unpuffs itself. You're just like, yeah.
See, I can't tell if this is going to be impressive or if he's just flailing.
And it just fucking puffs itself.
Well, you thought he was going to make like a balloon animal or something?
Wasn't sure what was going down.
What could a fucking
It was not
what could a guy
impressive.
from the future possibly ever want? Besides this fucking amazing innovation, you wouldn't want to fucking be able to warn everyone about what's going to happen.
It was
or
nice that
anything.
it
No,
rolls
he
up
gets
into a little
fucking
bag that you can clip onto your belt or something, so you don't have to wear a jacket in the case of a nice hot flash.
That goes in. It's a pocket.
Like
it goes
just in case he
into.
started menopause.
I don't know what happens when you're on this nitrous stuff. It might be menopause.
It makes you go through menopause.
Color coordinated shit and all the nitrous you can
I wouldn't
drink.
be surprised if my butthole started bleeding after a couple of weeks of Specter grade nitrous.
Son of a bitch. What the fuck? This thing like froze up on me. Holy shit.
Is it dangerous?
Wow.
Mr. Morden saying the nitrous can cause B12 vitamin problems and then
Yeah.
spinal cord damage.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. So
That's not good.
Yeah.
We don't need that in this house.
The huff that killed the king. Holy shit. The fuck was that?
Rich, delicious irony.
Yeah. So there you have it.
I read that as Rich Deli, and then I was like, what is this next word? What is Rich Deli trying to say?
You know, for the first time ever, we've seen the new Cobra layer from a different perspective now.
What do we got?
Someone went in and he allowed them to kind of film around. He gave them a home tour. There's like, and I think they were wearing like a body cam because there's body cam footage too with no audio. And then there's like the actual tour. And then there's also just him. There's his normal tour also. But so you see this.
Has he got the sticker on his door?
Yeah, he does.
That's so litty.
Yeah, so this is like a body cam of the person who filmed.
That is a workstation over there.
Yeah.
I didn't realize all the goodies he has back there. Ah, this is where the magic's made.
Yeah, because his bedroom definitely isn't.
Oh, that's wild. I never thought I'd see that side of the TV. Nice chill bathroom where Cobra. This bathroom gets used once or twice a month. What's on the wall there that got bleeped out? Does he have a giant, massive black dildo on the wall?
I don't know. Maybe some
That's a
personal
roadster.
information.
That bike is a nice roadster. All
You
the
can ride.
Cobras.
You can ride it when the weather is permittable.
Oh, that's a mirror. He was trying not to dox himself. Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice little domicile for the fucking.
I'm looking for the other. Okay, here is
from the Casper Bogtrotter.
Bogtrotter. All right, check this out. This is the actual walkthrough.
Cobra Craft handmade wands.
Welcome. Let's rock. Yes. Let me
King.
give you the grand tour of my humble abode. This is the bathroom.
The
With
bathroom.
A relaxing and calm island-themed shower curtain. We got our tactical soap.
Got that tactical soap.
Here's the bedroom. Yes.
Is that a full bed or
Here's
a
my
queen?
a Ouija board and my altar.
Huh?
My cap gun, the real thing.
His
My
cap gun
signed
and the
copy of
real
Ozzy
gun.
Osbourne. Bloody brilliant.
Bloody brilliant.
Got the Roadster on deck.
It's the kitchen. Ooh, I go to cooking videos.
Yeah.
The stove's a little bit greasy for my last recipes.
Look at that mark. Look at that mark on
Hell
the
yeah,
wall.
he uses
It's like a
that.
scorch mark.
He uses that oven.
I will be cleaning it up. And this King Cobra fam is where all the music happens.
Oh, the music. What?
That's where he makes his albums.
Let's see. He's got a banjo.
Yeah, he's got a whole setup. There's a pool stick as well.
I think so, yeah. He's got a banjo. He's got a warlock, BC Rich warlock. He's got some other electric guitar. I don't know what's behind the BC Rich.
Videos.
Is that a YouTube plaque there for 10,000?
Someone sent
20,000
him
subs?
something like that, yeah.
King.
And last but not least, we have the wood lathe.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Jeff. This one is for you, brother.
Who?
The lathe.
Now let's plug it in.
He's making a wand for a guy named Jeff.
Oh.
Was he about to make a wand live?
Got the handle carved and bladed and sanded. I mean,
Is this a Jeff Holiday
the
wand
blade
being
next.
made?
I have no idea.
Before I do
I
that,
don't know.
Get the jacket off.
Jack off.
Don't want to get sawdust all over my jacket. Got a vacuum cleaner for cleaning it up.
It is for Jeff. That's a Jeff Holiday wand right there. Oh my God, that bucket of sticks back there. All
Yeah.
the wizardry.
I always look at that bucket of sticks in the background in his videos.
To think they turn into this beautiful magic device. RIP headphone users. Oops.
Oh, was that really loud?
I don't know.
The audio
This
on
part
this
broke,
recording is kind of
so
weird. The
we're just gonna
channels are
make the
very
wands by
uneven.
just hammering it into place.
The left channel's way louder than the right channel.
Got the mallet. A lot goes into making magic. A lot of people just see the end effect. They're like, oh, it's an alakazam. Not a big deal. The history of the mystery is deep. The audio is a simulated bog tower with the bog clock ticking 5 minutes before 4:20. Look at that.
I think he breaks it or something. I don't know. Or I don't know. Maybe he doesn't this time. Look at all the sawdust all over him.
It takes a lot of work.
He's still wearing the necklace. Is he going to reach over it while it's running with the necklace on? Oh, that's it.
He's made enough of those wands by now. You'll never know when it will be the last one.
Here and 2 different people put out their own edits of MTV Cribs.
Oh, nice. Wicked, wicked, bow, bow.
Yeah.
Wyoming Cribs.
Yeah. They're playing his music.
This is so fucking lit. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Remember the Cobra game? Yes.
Welcome. Let's rock. Yes. Take a view of the front door of Bellevue. This is the bathroom.
Bellevue.
Relaxing and calm island-themed shower curtain. We got our tactical soap.
If he had ice cream in there,
Here's the
it would be a humble abode, commode, a la mode.
There's my Ouija board and my altar.
I can't believe Clint Saunders doesn't watch
I mean,
his son's videos.
I'm gonna say this: Clint Saunders is a hater, and it's probably the only thing keeping Cobes from being a multimillionaire.
What?
My camp gun, the real thing.
I'm gonna turn up the dono volume.
Brilliant.
Does Cobes have a cleaner bathroom than Egghead? Sure. Does it matter? No. Actually, Egghead threw away his old bathroom.
Greasy for my last recipes, but I will be cleaning it up. And this KingCobra fan is where all the music happens.
Yeah.
The YouTube video.
Let's see this one.
Is this one possibly going to be better than that one?
Oh, it could be. Let's see.
Boy George.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. This is probably the same clip they used for the other one, huh?
Is this just like generic music?
I think so. Sounds like something you'd find on the YouTube music suggestion page. Man, Casper? What is the tower there in Casper?
It doesn't even look like I don't even know if it's something you can go into. It might just be like a big statue.
It's a monument?
Yeah, it might be. I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
I heard they call it the Platinum Cobra.
Oh, hold on. I know this is like copyrighted shit.
Yeah,
so.
that's
Look how they do it though.
The specs. Okay, so they got down and dirty.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
That's most definitely what's up. This is my dick.
Yeah, yeah.
Hawkeye says.
Yes.
Yeah, I think like that's like just barely enough to not get flagged for it. But yeah, this is very well made. It's made in the actual style of the show.
Mickey Avalon played a private birthday party for Keemstar in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
It was weird watching him perform this song without the other guys.
Wiggly.
Still good.
And shout out to Jeff. This one is for you, brother.
Hey, that's
they
a
have
Jeff
the little
one.
pop-ups and stuff too. It's done really well.
Operating a lathe while drinking is not recommended, but it's greatly appreciated. That's most definitely what's up, Tubes.
Yeah. Holy shit.
My crib.
Yeah, so everyone give the stream a like. This is show number 2 of the week. When we hit about the 2 hour and 15 minute mark, we're going to end this stream and start another one.
We're going to go into the next stream. Should we like spend 5 minutes in between streams so we can have 5
Billy,
private
I want
minutes?
the ability to fly, so is it cool if we touch tips? I got cookies and brown mustard if you want.
Dude, could you imagine if you could fly just by touching tips? And if I would touch tips with you just for cookies and brown mustard?
Cookies and brown mustard?
My price is way higher than that.
What?
And I don't even know if you'll fly. But we'll try. If you got the cash.
I thought, were you trying to rhyme there?
No.
Oh.
I just speak in floetic poems. I can't help.
They showed Peter Steele for, yeah.
Up next was the Peter Steele cribs.
Didn't. My dick's like a motorcycle. Chicks like to ride on it. Your dick is just plain psycho.
That's pretty good.
Cute. That's fun. This is from the Cobes game, right? Where the game was walking around Casper, Wyoming.
Yeah.
That was a great video too. So much quality Cobra content.
Yeah. Kind of like Chris Chan, how Chris Chan inspired some high quality stuff.
Netflix should give Cobes like $100,000 and just put all the Cobes content into maybe a small series or a little documentary. That would be a good watch. That everybody would love Cobes. Cobes could spend $100,000 in like a month on giant pizzas and a crash sports car. That'd be a lot of fun.
It's the Owen Hart theme music.
MIDI style?
Yep.
Dude, what up, YouTube? It's your boy
Jimmy Hart made
KingCobra. Want to give a shout out to Lisa Marie Presley.
R.I.P.
She died at the age of 54.
I love Cobb's reasons for drinking. It's like anything could happen. And he's like, I'm going to get drunk now because that happened.
Now, I'm releasing a brand new album, 10 o'clock my time.
He's got a new album
Casper
out.
Time is 7 o'clock and
What
11
style
minutes
is this album? Because he does
precisely.
multiple styles.
So in about 3 more hours, you're going to get a brand new King Cobra album, At the Gates of Hell. So we're going to crack open this bottle of pink champagne to celebrate the life of Lisa Marie Presley, Elvis Presley's daughter, dead at 54.
R.I.P.
That's really fucking sad, dude. She had her whole life ahead of her.
Not her whole life.
Yeah.
When you're 54, you don't have your whole life ahead of you.
She had a pretty cool life. Like
she married Michael Jackson.
She married Nicolas Cage. Like she's had like 4 husbands.
Yeah,
right?
she did.
I know a lot of people that still are on their first husband.
When she married Michael Jackson, everyone was like, what is going on there? That is weird.
So we'll crack this bottle of pink champagne open for her.
Oh, we got the pink
and for the
Corbel
release of my new
Rosé.
album. Look at
Classic.
that, YouTube. This is for 21 and up.
I would have thought
He
had
always
some
says
Andre.
that. It's like he doesn't have to say that. He's not giving alcohol to anyone else but himself. And it's not 21 and up everywhere.
He just wants to make sure that his Wyoming fans don't go out and buy a bottle of Corbel Rosé because they saw cool King Cobra drinking it.
21 and up, tubes.
This is a,
He's a responsible
Corbel,
adult.
California pink champagne. It may be like $15, but as far as like cheaper bougie drinks go, this is the way to go. It's after 5 o'clock. I already had some white lavender wine from a company.
Wine.
And they're
That
pretty
sounds-
good. I think they're called
sounds
St.
like-
Catherine's, if I'm not mistaken.
St. Catherine's white lavender wine.
I could shake it up like a moron and then, fuck that. Okay, what you want to do is once you got the pink champagne open to this stage, take the tab,
Cobes doesn't want to have a champagne
pull the tab
celebration bath.
down, and we're going to twist it. Twist it good.
Does he think
Now
no
you
one
could
knows how to
shake it
do
up and
this?
wait for the cork to pop off like a bougie bastard.
Some
but
people
then
actually don't know how to do that. It's funny.
you'll have less champagne to drink.
I don't know how many times I've
look
done
at
that.
the color on that
because other
YouTube.
people
You can't
couldn't.
tell me that's not.
I usually just twist it and it pops out.
Yeah, I do a quick little
He pulled
twister.
on it, but I twist it.
I feel like when you pull on it, there's a more chance for a spillage.
Pretty.
The twist is more
Yeah.
controlled. You ever get a wine cork stuck in the bottle?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Perfect
There.
amount.
That's a perfect
You know,
amount.
one goblet took pretty much the whole goddamn bottle, so we're gonna sit here and sip on it and enjoy ourselves.
For Lisa Marie.
I tried these CBD gummies that the fans sent me.
Are those from Vance Global?
It tastes like the gummy flavor they're representing. Each flavor is different.
It tastes like the gummy flavor that the candy identifies as.
Interesting. Do we know what that flavor was, or are we supposed to guess now based on his facial reaction? This facial
With
reaction
a-
says sour raspberry.
A hint of weed.
He's like,
With a hint
These are
of weed.
fucking tasty, dude.
How many is he gonna eat? Is he gonna get wrecked?
So in like 3 more hours.
are they? I think he said they're CBD, so I don't think he's gonna get high from
hours,
them.
my
Depending
new
on how-
album's
if
gonna
they're
drop.
high CBD,
People
but
have
still
been
with some
stoked
THC,
for a
they
new
do have
King
a-
If
Cobra
there's
album
THC
for
in
a hot minute. And I forgive Parker Jackson for taking forever to.
It's funny because Asterios thought that CBD and Delta 8 were the same thing. and he like ended up in the ER.
It's a good thing that they keep that stuff locked in a safe at his house.
Did you hear that story? I think you
Yeah.
were okay. He was on once when you weren't here.
Yeah, we figure out that he had he was taking Delta 8 and thought it was CBD. Like, no, dude. He was like,
No.
yeah, I like candy.
Yeah.
I had to have it locked up in a safe, but it was out. I like candy. It was CBD, the Delta 8. Like, no.
Complete the album cover. It was worth the wait. You can't rush perfection, YouTube. I got a big old Jack Skellington goblet of pink champagne, and I'm sipping on it for her and for the new release of my new album, you know? I did not do a single thing to her.
What?
She collapsed out of nowhere.
Oh, people are blaming
So,
Lisa Marie's
honestly,
death
I
on
would
King
never do anything to
Cobra.
hurt anyone
Vile trolls.
Unless they were trying to hurt me.
Vile trolls.
I didn't
I'm gonna ignore the stupid comments in the chat.
Why is he burping so
Pink
much?
champagne is delicious.
It's bubbly.
Is he gulping it?
Maybe so.
Danny Brown wants to have you on podcast.
Yes.
I am totally down, dude.
Do that,
100%. Even if you want to say, oh, that's a girly drink or blah, blah, blah. Talk all the shit you want. All the girls are going to be at my party because I pack the good stuff.
Bang.
White Claw and pink champagne.
Bang.
Well, no girls are coming to your party because, oh, you're more worried about being secure with your masculinity than you are about entertaining your guests.
Yeah. Girls are going to love the party
That's
with
what it
Cobes.
is, dude.
He's got the pink champagne.
But nobody wants to see me get drunk on pink champagne to celebrate
We're missing the
my new
comments.
album release and to celebrate the life of Elvis's daughter. But I'm going to do it anyways because that's kind of what I do. But yeah, dude, it's another fucking beautiful weekend. Hope you all are doing fantastic. I'm stoked to release a new album, At the Gates of Hell. I didn't want to rush through it, but at the same time, I didn't want to have a shitty album, so I took my time with it for just enough. And I produced a really fucking fire album.
Nice. Fire album coming along nicely, Tubes. Who would play King Cobra in like a Baz Luhrmann biopic? Who would be a good actor to play King Cobra?
I have no idea. I don't watch a lot of movies, so I don't know a lot about a lot of different actors that are around these days.
The first two songs.
I like his like.
I'm not
ringtone
answering my
or
phone
whatever.
because I'm busy at the moment. No offense to anyone texting me. Like the rest of the album is just original King Cobra rock.
You
Dude.
got a Daniel Day-Lewis, Steve
Musically
Buscemi.
speaking,
Steve Buscemi ran through my mind.
you know,
Is there a
that's just
younger
the way
Steve
I see
Buscemi?
it.
Would it be
Man, my phone is blowing the
Bill
fuck
Skarsgård? Would he play a good King Cobra?
up.
He's gone.
Not trying to be a dick, but I'm trying to do a live stream. Okay. I want to
Clint
focus
Howard?
on people in
Gotta
chat
go younger
and
than
what I'm
Clint
saying
Howard,
on
guys.
camera. Okay, back to the
Johnny Depp is
show.
maybe
Like,
Johnny
what if
Depp's
it
daughter
takes
could
you-
do a gender bent Queen Cobra.
Queen Cobra?
That would be. I'd
20
watch that movie.
years and people
Lily
are
Rose
just
Depp.
now starting to catch on to your sound.
Starring as
I'd
Queen
be cool
Cobes.
with it.
I
You
would
know?
never want to.
Shia LaBeouf
I'd be
would
like,
do a good
fuck
King
yeah,
Cobra.
now it's my time to shine.
He'd probably
I'm
pack
very
on just the
humble
right amount
about
of
my
weight.
Celebrity
Go full Boglum mode.
that I get. You know, you don't realize how short and precious life really is until you've lived it.
He's a sentimental man.
Whoa! Gosh.
Yeah. Because I got like 3 cans of Bud Light in the fridge for after this, and I'm not in a rush to drink them, you know, because I'm trying to cut down on my drinking, like I said, and it's like you learn to say to yourself, I'm good. I got a good alcoholic buzz. I got a little bit for later, so that if I wake up and suddenly start craving it, I'm not going to be jonesing because I have something to, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's another benefit to cutting down.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I did my part. I provided the sick music. You provide the sick editing. You provide the sick album cover. and we got something. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, Cobes.
So I wasn't mad when like Deathbed Tapes and Parker Jackson took their sweet time editing the album and adding
for diversity.
Kevin Hart as Cobra. That might work. I could see switching Cobra's race to better fit the character. Kevin Hart, though, I feel like he's too handsome, and he's too cool. Kevin Hart plays a cool character, even when he's uncool. He's got a layer of cool to him. So he can hang with The Rock in all those movies.
Album artwork to it. Deathbed Tape sent me a message like yesterday. He's like, "Hey man, what do you think of the album cover?" I look at it. It's got my cult symbol on it, all 5 circles. It's got a cobra on it.
Ooh.
It has all the themes I'm going for.
What's the little goofy
and I was
kid?
Like, you know what?
From Stranger Things. He could play a young King Cobra. That little goofy kid. Dustin, I think his name is. He sings too. It could be a musical.
To the personal decision, I like the way Parker Jackson did this. The album cover kicks ass, dude. I want to put that shit on t-shirts. I want to put that shit on posters. And I want to sell it to my fans. I bought a bunch of alcohol. Like, I bought a wine of like a bottle of white wine that is lavender flavored.
I love the way he talks, honestly. White wine. It's great.
And when I poured a whole glass full, it practically consumed the entire bottle.
He's got
I was
that
just like, okay,
wine
that's a big
slur
glass.
going, that champagne slur.
I'm going to do a test.
This is a test donation for $72.
What?
I wish it was real, but I'm trying to make those alerts a little louder. So
I'm very secure with my heterosexuality and who I am gender-based as a cisgendered male. That quite frankly, I don't care. You want to call me names because I drink pink champagne? If I'm at a party and I'm too fucking broke to bring some booze to the party, I automatically feel like a piece of shit. So do you think I'm
can drink it?
When the
You
patron
bring the booze to the party so you can drink it.
of the party is just like, have a beer. And even if it's not my type, I'm going to totally drink it.
Yeah.
You know,
I'd like to see Cobes drink a Delirium Red. What he would think.
Was he able to put some Mountain Dew in it first?
No.
Does Delirium make a dew flavor?
No.
Exactly how it is. Oh,
I wonder what would happen
fucking
if Cobes just straight up had something that was like
good.
Like a known refined taste.
Like if he went to like Ascend and they cooked him like
yeah,
a
and he was just
Wagyu
like, "What is
steak.
this slop? It's undercooked. Where's the
I'm
Dorito crust?"
Definitely feeling a little obnoxious and tipsy. feeling more
Russell
obnoxious
Jimmy's
than
quote
usual.
says, "Real men get jobs, not Cobes." Cobes is not a real man. He's an actual king.
The phone just shut down for a second. That was weird.
Hank Chill says Delirium Red is pretty much Mountain Dew Code Red beer.
Man, I'm stoked for my
It's
new
delicious.
album release.
Yeah, that's why I think you would like it.
Is it?
And I
Is it
don't
like
wanna-
the Code Red flavor? Is that what Delirium Red is?
I mean, Delirium Red is older than Code Red. I mean,
The
it's like
flavor
a-
though comes from like the Red Pop flavor, right?
Well, Delirium. Yeah. You know, the first time I ever had Delirium Red is when I was in Europe with TJ and Scotty, and we were in Belgium, and there was a bar that had every type of Delirium, and we got Delirium Red, and TJ was like, "This tastes like red soda." He said that it has cherry and elderberry in
So
it.
Cobes would like it. Cobes like, "Oh, this reminds me of a Cobra cocktail I've made."
And it's like 9%, which is pretty high for a beer.
What if your palate was like King Cobra's palate, except you just eat better food and you don't realize the same profiles are being hit?
No,
Let's sing
that is a
some,
Mountain
like,
Dew red
Elvis
flavor.
Presley song that I've never sang and then have it sound like shit.
Cutting back on drinking in full effect right now. Who cares? Cobra's content. Let a man drink. Let a man pause. Let a man awooga. Let him awooga.
Ooga.
If he was not drinking, you guys would drive him to drink.
Everyone should like the stream right now, by the way, too. We got to get some more people in here. We haven't been... Our streaming schedule's been fucked for the last 2 weeks. We're doing 2 streams in one day. It's going to be terrible. We need to build up this stuff. So I expect all of you to give the stream a like at the very least. And then we're at 40% of our goal. Help us get to 50 before the end of this stream. I mean, we're in pretty good shape, you know.
Let your friends and lovers know that DP is back.
Yes.
And it's a double feature.
It's a science fiction double feature. It's also a double header. Double header.
That is a crying shame about Elvis Presley and his daughter.
I mean, he's been dead for 45 years or something.
If tried any beer outside of what he gets in Casper, he'll tell you it's not that great because it's not the trash beer he drinks because he thinks what he drinks is top tier.
I'm interested in
Probably
knowing.
Thinks Bud Light is top tier beer for cheap.
He definitely has like an affinity for what his tastes. My mom says Jack Black. That's who I was thinking in my head, but Jack Black's a little, to play King Cobra in a movie. He's a little too old though. Like a young Jack Black would have made for a great Cobes. I was trying to think of a Jack Black type.
Yeah.
Okay, one last drink. Toast off the evening.
The guy who played Han Solo in the Solo movie reminded me of Jack Black.
Really?
Kind of. He had like
interesting
that weird face.
I wonder if he's been super depressed since the failure of
Chugga, my sweet boy.
Hey,
he's in the Brave New World series.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like one of the main characters. He's John the Savage.
Huh.
You know, it's crazy because in the original Brave New World. Whoa, we got another one.
Should get a collab with KingCobraJFS.
That would be lit.
In the original Brave New World story, the Savages are like literally Native Americans and they live on like reservations in New Mexico, but they kind of took that element out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you're familiar with the story.
Not at all. Not at all. Nick got us up way over the halfway point, and Brian Field snuck us up even further. Thank you guys for that. Yeah, I can't remember the guy's name who played Han Solo. He had like a German name. Was that?
I don't remember.
I liked him in Han Solo. I thought it was a fine film. Zach Galifianakis as Cobes.
I think Solo lost money.
Jack Black as Darth Liddy.
Pretty sure Solo was a literal failure, like as far as box office.
Solo came out a few months after The Last Jedi. So there was a lot of Star Wars fatigue, and Solo had got pushed back so much. It was a rough one. It was a rough sell.
It was so low.
The guy who plays Leonard in The Big Bang Theory is King Cobra. You think he could get method like that? That'd be interesting.
You know?
Yeah, I thought he looked like if Jack Black lost weight and played Han Solo.
Oh, God. I
want Michael Chiklis to play Clint.
The sound of
Clint Saunders.
Model T horn. Yes.
Model T horn.
He wants a Model T, right? Isn't that one of his dream cars?
Is it?
I thought he said that.
I thought he wanted like a hearse or something.
He's got to have a hearse and a Model T.
Model Ts are not safe. Like they're cool to like drive around as like a Sunday driver, but
text
yeah,
messages.
Cope shouldn't go on a long haul in a
It wouldn't be like a good. It's really bad gas mileage too. It wouldn't be like a good daily drive.
I wonder what the gas mileage is on one of those.
Not
things.
good.
The tires alone probably cause poor mileage.
Did you hear about how Jay Leno disfigured himself because he was working on a steam-powered car? Because he collects
a steam-powered car.
Yeah,
man.
he collects all of those old cars.
Yeah, he's got a huge collection of cars.
Yeah, and a lot of them are super old and rare. And it was like a steam-powered car. It burned his face really bad. He had to have plastic surgery.
Maybe we can get Beans from Even Stevens
sitting here depressed
to come in and play King Cobes. Oh, Haley Joel Osment might play a good King Cobes.
You're right.
That might
You're
work.
right. You're right. Yeah, because like he has the facial hair
Johnny
now,
Depp
and he
already
gained some
spends
weight.
his free time living like Cobra, so he would be good casting.
Johnny Depp would be a good casting. He's a little old, you know.
Too handsome too.
I think making Cobes a little more handsome is okay. Hollywood always does that. They either go a little more handsome or way more grotesque. I don't think you need to go more grotesque with Cobes. I don't think that that's a character mark.
Get someone else to play him, like someone deformed. Or
Michael Cera would play a cool taste. That would be lit.
That would be good. Actually.
That would be fantastic.
I saw him on Jeopardy the other day. He whooped everyone else's ass
Really?
on it. Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, you're going to a 5-year dry spell.
The guy from it,
it's like fuck you,
who played it,
Cobra.
Bill Skarsgård. I said that like first tonight.
With these individual,
If you're talking about Bill Skarsgård,
young adults, soon to be, you know,
the Broken Lizard Fellows is the Cheyenne Police Department. That would do that movie. Okay, would be a must watch. Somebody buy Cobra's life rights and do this. Who would play Warlord?
fucking St. Jude is so awesome.
Huh? Here he goes. He's crying because there's no booze left. Oh, he's doing his cry.
He ran out of his Lisa Marie Presley.
I think he's talking about St. Jude.
Pledge drink. St. Jude's the poor
I'm
kids.
sorry. Y'all expect me to be the tough macho man.
No, we don't.
I have come to expect it.
I don't.
I get the appeal of being single, being able to fuck every pussy you want, and having like no fucking like physical connections. But at some point, it's just like, hey, you know what? You know, 1 hour long video. I want another drink.
Do it up. Do it up, Cobra. Pew. Pew. Pew.
Maybe Bobby Lee plays King Cobra. That'd be pretty fucking dope. He could pull off some Boglum. Bobby Lee could pull off a Boglum. Who would play Gothy? It'd be great if they got like Samara Weaving to take her teeth out for the Gothy role. Mia Goth could probably play a fantastic Gothy.
Yeah, I mean, they can easily make it look like they're missing their teeth.
Animated Cobes on Adult Swim. They just animate him the way they animate Carl from
I've
Aqua
seen it.
Teen. Yeah, that'd be a great
it's
show.
It's out there. It's good. Because they just use clips from his videos, which they can actually do.
And Danny Brown is like his next door neighbor. He just comes and knocks on the door. Hey, Cobes, we gotta go out here and get some pussy today. You gotta break that dry spell. And every episode is Danny Brown getting Cobes a girl, and then Cobes fucks it up before it seals the deal. That'd be quality content. I'd watch that 4 times a day, every day for the rest of my life.
It's like Gilligan messing it up so they don't get off the island.
Yeah, Gilligan's dry spell.
I would have killed Gilligan by like the 10th time. Like we almost made it off, and then Gilligan keeps us on there again. I'm like, Gilligan is dying now.
Do you think that you would be able to kill Gilligan though?
Yeah,
he's kind of like the title character of the show, right? He has got plot
I'm not
armor.
talking about the show. I'm talking about in real life. I was on an island, and we were like, oh, we got this great plan. It almost worked every time, and there was one person that fucked it up every time. Like,
Bob to play
eventually,
the Super Boglum
I would
version
go
of Cobra,
crazy.
Or Cobra and T-Bob being roommates on Adult
Okay,
Swim.
Cobra and T-Bob being roommates would be an interesting show. Matthew McConaughey as Warlord, because you got to go through the gender transition as well, right? Could McConaughey's a little too old to pull off a Warlord character, I think. If I had to go with a Warlord character, I'd probably go with one of these young actors. I don't know. There's like one guy's name, I cannot remember his name, is like Red or something. He played a character named Red and something. He might be able to pull off a warlord. Or the
your cool taste is spot on though.
Yeah, Michael Cera would
with a
crack.
long wig, like yeah.
There's
Put
some,
those
there's some options.
contact lenses in his eyes to make his eyes look all milky white. Yeah, that would work good. Here's another Dragon Lord Frodo. Let's see what this is all about.
Danny DeVito plays King Cobra.
I want to come clean for some shit here.
Buffalo police are investigating the death of a teenage girl who had been reported missing last month.
As you know, my YouTube channel, Dragon Lord Frodo, I had to change the name to it and only do game live streams for a while. Recommendation of my mother.
Got a little mean look.
Because the thing is that so I went to go get a new cat a couple weeks ago, right? And somebody from Monty's chat, okay? We know it's somebody from Monty's chat because there's people on Monty's chat that keep saying they're gonna call the places that
I don't know who Monty is. I'm just gonna pretend like it's the Monty I know.
I assume that's the only Monty.
Trying to get a cat from and tell them not to adopt to me. And I'll get into that a little bit more. I think that the whole situation is I think the places that are
I love how he has a power strip mounted on the wall.
These adoptions,
they do have usually like holes to mount on a wall on the back of them. So
places for cats.
Yeah, they got the hooks.
Yeah.
They're good to hook under like desks as well.
Oh yeah.
Could be in a lot of trouble. First and foremost, because they're not doing a proper investigation into this.
An investigation revealed improper inspection control practices at.
They're pretty much just taking the word of some random idiot online.
I don't want to be on YouTube anymore. I don't want to be on YouTube anymore. I don't want to be on YouTube.
What a great setup he's got going on here.
I don't want to be on YouTube anymore. I don't want to be on YouTube anymore.
So get off of it.
The fuck? I want to just sit there and die. I want to die. I want to die. I want to die. I want to die. I don't want to be on YouTube anymore.
My mom's texting me suggesting that Joe should do a one-man live show playing King Cobra, Cool Taste, Warlord, all the characters in Cobra's castle.
Yeah, I'll go to it.
She says Joe's Wonk Eye alone could sell half his perfect Wonk Eye. She says it would sell like half the characters in Casper on its own.
Nobody comments. Nobody comments on my stuff anymore. Yeah, I try.
Yeah, I think we watched this part already. It's like nobody comments. Yeah, I don't even. I've seen some good stuff from this guy. Oh, they point out the power strip on the wall. That's interesting. Anyway, that's whatever. Let's do something else. Let's get into.
That couch has been mistreated in so many ways.
Look at it. It's probably his bed too, is how it looks.
Possibly. It looks like there's got to be. I don't know. It could be a sleeping quarters. The kitchen looks nice, though. I wonder if it's just a studio.
It's not a bad-looking place. The table, like, it's just you want to make content, put it on the internet, and this is the camera angle and the like setup.
It's not very flattering to his chin, either.
Right, or his gut. Let's get into some news.
Let's get into it.
It got me so humiliated.
Without further ado, let's get into it.
Wow. They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
Wow. DJ Qualls as Warlord. I was thinking that in my head. That's a good one. I got a DM from Torog. He says DJ Qualls as Warlord. I like that. If we can hire actors that don't command a huge payout, maybe we can get this pushed through like Universal or Lionsgate.
Another batch of classified documents from President Biden's time as vice president were found inside his Delaware home. The
You were asking about
White House
this.
said today. This came after the disclosure earlier this week of documents found inside a Washington office. Today, Attorney General Merrick Garland announced the appointment of a special counsel to determine whether anyone broke the law.
The extraordinary circumstances here require the appointment of a special counsel for this matter. This appointment underscores for the public the department's commitment to both independence and accountability in particularly sensitive matters, and to making decisions indisputably guided only.
So now it's like Biden's got documents. Trump had documents, now Biden has documents. People like to take their documents home.
Do we know what these documents pertain to?
I don't know yet. Maybe they'll say.
With Biden, did he stay in office, or was he was still doing? Was it senator or Congress? What was he after vice president? Did he do anything? He was nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was basically like retired before he got back into politics.
Just sitting on a 4-year retirement plan.
Yeah.
Law.
For his part,
Biden
the
didn't
president and his
obstruct, though?
team believe the documents were simply misplaced and pledged to aid.
It's very rare if you reach that level of vice president that you would go back down to like senator. Or...
The investigation.
Yeah, obstruction of justice is the key indicator of the differences here, says Jiggerath.
You can see where they shoot the Botox into his forehead. It like leaves, there's like this perfectly smooth, this guy's like 80 years old and he has like this one like perfectly smooth area.
Never take work home.
Right. I've been working way too much at home.
People know I take classified documents and classified material seriously. I also said we're cooperating fully and completely with the Justice Department's review. The Department of Justice was immediately...
He's so mush-mouthed, you know?
Notified. And the lawyers arranged for the Department of Justice to take possession of the document.
Our White House correspondent Laura Barone-Lopez is here now to explain this new phase of the investigation. Good to see you, Laura.
Good to be here.
So let's just take a step back, review the timeline, and see how we got here. What exactly was found in Mr. Biden's possession and when?
What is
so, Attorney General Merrick Garland actually gave us a whole timeline today. It starts on November 4th, 2022. Archives notified DOJ about documents found at Penn Biden Center office. Then November 9th, 2022, FBI began their assessment. November 14th, 2022, AG Merrick Garland assigned U.S. Attorney John Lausch to investigate. December 20th of last year, Biden's lawyer notified DOJ of additional documents found at his Delaware home. And then January 5th of this year, Lausch briefed Garland and advised that there should be appointment of a special counsel. And then today, January 12th, an additional document was found at President Biden's Delaware home.
Was it in Biden's safe? Wasn't Trump stuff hidden in a safe?
Yeah. They're both taking documents home, and
it seems like Biden might have been an accident. I don't know.
So
he's
that
working
is
with them.
Essentially the full timeline that we have so far around all of these classified documents.
We know Attorney General Merrick Garland has now appointed that special counsel to look into this. Tell us about who that is and what happens now.
They're going to find him guilty of being a senile old man, says Onyx Orion, and then he'll still be able to run for president again. They'll be like, this is obviously a senior moment. Like, okay, then why is he president?
He's going to have to commit to that rather soon. He doesn't have a lot of time to decide.
He doesn't have a lot of time for anything. I can't believe my guy wants to spend his last years eating ice cream in the White House. I know he's not doing anything else, right?
Attorney General Merrick Garland appointed Robert Hur. He is a former U.S. attorney from Maryland, and he was appointed by former President Trump in 2017. Garland said today that Hur has supervised a number of DOJ matters relating to national security, public corruption, and other high-profile issues. One key thing here is that I spoke to a former DOJ official, and that person, as well as...
Biden will attack you with a rusty razor blade.
Gotta do what he can.
Other experts
better have a rusty razor blade if he fucks with me.
That
Sorry,
this could very
Biden.
well be a faster
You're
investigation.
gonna need that weapon if you
even
step
though
up to
there
young
are
Bill
still
Fritz.
elements
Well,
that we
not
don't
now.
know. But
He's
that
basically got a small army that protects
because
him
of the fact
everywhere
that
he
it
goes.
appears
He gonna
more
need a bigger army than
straightforward,
that.
given the timeline of how the Biden team and his lawyers returned the documents. The one other thing is that is going to potentially happen.
Could you imagine if we
which
had
has
a
not
petty
been
president
announced yet, is the
who
damage
used
assessment
Secret
from-
Service as like backup for him to just walk up and like punk people?
Yes.
He'd just walk up to you and be like, spit in your face and be like, handle him to the service. That'd be cold.
There was a video of the president of Turkey who was in the U.S. and had some kind of diplomatic immunity, and there were some protesters, and he had his security detail beat them up on American soil, and nothing happened to him.
From the director of National
Yeah,
Intelligence,
it's
which
crazy.
is a common thing that happens in cases when classified
I
documents.
used to
are
hang
found
out
where
with
they're
some
not supposed
kids
to be
whose
found.
parents
So
had
there is a
diplomatic
special
immunity.
counsel.
Yeah.
They just drive around crashing their cars into shit. And we just walk away. It was great.
That doesn't sound like a good thing.
So looking
No, it was
into
fucked. It's
former
probably why I'm
President Trump's
partially a
handling of
sociopath now.
classified documents at his Florida estate
think you
of
can be
Mar-a-Lago.
partially.
What is the difference?
Not a good day. I'm
between
half
this book
juggalo,
now?
half sociopath.
So we have a number of differences here, right, between the two of them. With President Biden, it was so far a small number of classified documents that appear to be found. With former President Trump, around 300 classified documents. For President Biden, it was found
I love the side by side.
in his D.C. office and Delaware home.
It doesn't like they're like, oh well, Trump was worse. Yeah, it's still
Well,
like
if Trump was obstructing justice and had the files in a safe, if Biden just had them in an office somewhere, like
he had them
I
next
shouldn't-
to the toilet.
Shouldn't have had these here.
Oopsie.
It's a lot different than if Trump has them in a fucking safe.
In Trump, it was found in his Mar-a-Lago, Florida estate. And then for President Biden, it was turned over voluntarily and immediately. This is a key difference because for President Trump, as we all know, it was seized by FBI authorities during a search after it had been withheld for more than a year.
Yeah, but
And that's
which
really
one of
big
them has
here
a
when-
son that makes videos of him smoking crack with prostitutes?
He's just living the good life.
Yeah, on our dime.
You talk to legal experts, when you talk to former DOJ officials,
I want
they
some of
say
that crack party money.
criminal difference, the potential for criminal charges is different because former
on,
President
man.
Trump right now we know is being investigated for potentially violating the Espionage Act, for the removal and destruction of records, but especially for the obstruction of justice. And of course, also today, House Republicans have been saying that they are going to investigate President Biden's handling of classified documents alongside this investigation.
Everyone liked the stream.
Laura
I love how people are
Lopez
showing
follow-
up now around the time that we normally start our shows.
Nice.
Thanks for showing up. Everyone liked the stream. We'll get into this a little more. I will be right back.
We'll be right here. Ben will be back. I'll be right here. There's full screen mode. I don't know if you guys are ready for this. There's chat everywhere. There's fat everywhere. There's a lot going on. Billy's new political party, the crack party. Oh, you know it would be more than a crack party, though, right? I'd turn the White House into the crack house first thing. Put me in there, guarantee. I already said if I was a president, presidents have like a very large entertainment budget that they get to spend without any clearance, right? They can just spend it on like $80,000 golf retreats, tons of money they can spend on entertainment. I get into the crack house. First thing I do when I'm in the crack house, I'm going into Twitch streams. I'm just dropping like 100, 500, 1,000 on all the Twitch streams underneath my presidential entertainment budget. Right out the bat. My first initiative would be the free lunch initiative. I would tell everybody. They say there's no such thing as a free lunch, but under my free lunch initiative, a stimulus, everybody gets a free lunch voucher. And restaurants like Chipotle, the government, the big restaurants can make a menu item that's equal to an accoutrement level of the voucher, a $10 voucher, whatever. Or if you go to a local restaurant, we'll double your money. If you spend local, we'll give you $20 for lunch. The free lunch initiative is a stimulus package that works because everybody eats. Everybody. going to put a Chipotle in every public school. I'm going to make deals with Chipotle. I'm going to make deals with every company that wants to go down and build border cities across the border. Double-sided border cities. One side, the people that want to come to America, they can work on that side. They can live on that side of the border city. And the Americans that want to have a cheaper, more livable life can live on the other side. You want to come in, you don't have to come to America to get the benefits of America anymore. You could be right here on the border wall city. You could work the Chipotle for everybody living down there on the cheap land. There you go. What could go wrong? Nothing could go wrong. And I'll tell you why. Because I'd be in charge. I don't believe in right or wrong, so what could go wrong? Nothing. Paranormal Phenomena Productions says, what is the stupidest thing you ever said? Probably the smartest thing you ever heard. You fucking numbskull. Asking me fucking $2 questions in a $20 chat. You know where to talk. Hit me up in that Streamlabs. Ooh. I'm too fucking smooth. You guys don't realize this, right? You don't realize this. I'm too fucking smooth. Step up. Tell your grandchildren you got knocked the fuck down by Bill Fridge. It's that simple. I'm like Mike Tyson with an empty fucking stomach. You're all ears. You're tuned in for a reason. Oh. Mr. Morton says, you could probably get Mexicans to build the wall for free if you give them citizenship after so many years. Why give them citizenship? We'll give them access to all the American amenities if they just work on that side of the wall. They'll be able to make all the good money they're coming here to make with protection, with facilities to make sure they're not getting abused. We're gonna bring the migrant workforce to that border. We're gonna bring businesses down there that want to utilize that manpower at that border. They're gonna come to the border. They're gonna make the border a fortified unit. But we don't want to talk about that. We want to spend 4 years over some fence. Problem is nobody wants answers. That's real politics. That's American politics. It's not about answers. It's not about doing the smart thing. It's about prolonging nothing. They want the pendulum to just swing left, then swing right, then swing left, and swing right. So all the core issues stay in the middle. Back.
Wing it all. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
In Washington, the White House today struggling again to answer questions about the possible improper handling of classified documents dating back to the Obama administration. Special counsel Robert Hur is looking into whether laws were broken. But there's so many questions that remain, including why did it take more than 2 months before the discovery was made public? Here's CBS's Adriana Diaz.
Because he's the president, and like he can pull some strings to make sure people keep their mouth shut about it.
Yeah, we just waited until after the elections, right?
Probably.
That the classified documents recovered from the Penn Biden Center and President Biden's Wilmington home number roughly 20 and include materials marked top secret.
Yes, top secret, you know? Take that home. Yeah, take that home.
President Biden today refused to comment on the growing crisis.
Oh, my God.
Robert Hur, the incoming special counsel, who could start as soon as next week, is expected to probe many key questions, including how the classified documents were left unsecured, who moved them, and why. The discovery is a cause for concern, according to former acting CIA director
This is CBS, right? We were watching PBS on it earlier. It's interesting to see how the verbiage changes just from CBS to PBS.
Yeah, PBS is mostly publicly funded, and CBS is a for-profit company.
And DDS is a dentist.
Morel.
Certainly top
Speaking
secret.
of dentists, is Specter doing
is the
okay?
most concerning because to
the
be
dirt
labeled
curse.
top secret, information needs to be judged to be extraordinarily damaging to the United States should it get into the wrong hands.
Today, House Republicans announced another investigation into the found documents, telling the Attorney General the American people deserve transparency and accountability.
We'll issue subpoenas if they don't respond.
Kentucky's James Comer spoke to CBS's Catherine Harris.
I always thought their studio for this show, it's like a political news show, it looks like the bridge on a spaceship.
Yeah, it's got that look to it.
Yeah.
You have to treat Joe Biden the same
On
way
screen.
that Donald Trump was treated.
Yes, you do have to treat Joe Biden the same way as Donald Trump was treated. If Joe Biden held this shit for a year, you better break into his fucking house and pull it out of his safe.
Yep.
Handling of classified documents by top leaders needs to be tightened. In then Vice President Biden's final days in office in 2017,
Did Biden comment on the Trump document thing? Because now in hindsight, it would be very hypocritical.
he traveled widely to
I don't know if he
Ukraine, meeting with
commented or
its
not.
president, to Davos, Switzerland, where he met with
Like, did he ever weigh in on what the consequences for Trump should be for his document thing?
Well, I mean, the consequences for Trump should be different regardless because
Well, he did
the way
more in
things were
work-
handled.
Yeah.
President Xi.
Like, I think Biden knows the consequences, and that's why he's
keeping his mouth shut.
Well, he's the one that brought the attention to the people that he had them, right? Isn't they say that he willingly gave up the information? He was like, oh, by the way, I found these in my office.
And later, he held a phone call with Iraq's leader. Those are all encounters that would typically require classified briefings and memos at a time when staffers were also preparing his move out of office.
There's definitely a plausible scenario, given the volume of records that presidents and vice presidents deal with, that in the rush to pack everything out, something could get inadvertently intermingled.
Filthy agent says he called Trump careless. That's a safe thing for Biden to call somebody, because Biden is fucking careless.
He cares not.
Biden is 100% careless. He's like, oh, I shouldn't be creepy around little girls and kiss up on them. I don't care. He carelessly caresses those women in those videos.
We've also learned that after the death of his son Beau in 2015, President Biden spent an entire month of his vice presidency working from his Wilmington home, one of the places where classified documents were found. Now, Nora, the special counsel will need to determine if these documents were out of place due to carelessness or if it was intentional.
Adriana Diaz, who has been on top of this story all week long, thank you so much.
There you go. That's from the lady in the yellow.
Yellow lady.
Here's another story we're following. It is out of one of the biggest court cases to come out of the January 6th terror attack. Opening statements got underway in the trial of 5 men tied to the extremist group, the Proud Boys. That includes longtime leader Enrique Tarrio. All men, 5 of them, face several charges, including seditious
working with the feds the entire time, right?
conspiracy. Today, prosecutors told the jury that when Donald Trump lost his bid for re-election, the Proud Boys formed a plan to keep him in power. And that plan included an attack on the Capitol building.
So, yeah, but he's in trouble now, right?
Enrique Tarrio?
Yeah.
He's been under investigation. Was he? I don't know. I don't know the whole story, but there's a whole lot that goes on with that guy. Somebody said the Proud Boys are losers. I'm not even sure if they're losers. They never got to the game. They half the time the Proud Boys were said to be at a protest, it was like a bullshit. It was like they're just the word of them got out, and then they were never even there. Half the time they were protests here in Seattle. But we got word the Proud Boys are coming. And it was like boogeymen. Every once in a while they would show up and they'd usually get their ass kicked. Or they'd go to a bar somewhere far away from a protest where they were Proud Boys, and someone at the bar would be like, you're a fucking idiot. And then they'd get in a fight there. HBO Max with the tenor. What's up, Max? Cheers. Hobo Max.
Yeah, Julie Hudson, she is back home.
This is a crazy story.
With her family after an absolute nightmare of a week where she was...
She spent a week in jail because they thought she was someone else, and they compared her picture on social media to this person who shoplifted, and they show the pictures, and they don't really look alike.
Because of
how much money she's about to make.
There's certain things they have in common, like their race.
Mistaken identity in Texas, which resulted in her arrest in Philly. Well, today, Philly's district attorney offered an apology on behalf of every agency involved and said this.
So it was a charge in Texas.
This case highlights the need for more info sharing between jurisdictions.
Or for a week?
A week.
An emotional reunion. After a week behind bars, Julie Hudson was able to go home to her family early this morning.
I'm happy. I'm relieved. I had a lot of anxiety. I was scared. I know what I was going to do. And felt like it wasn't going to end. So I'm glad that it's over.
You better say some shit happened to you in there that you're never going to be the same.
Questions as
Get
to
you a couple million.
how and why she was jailed in the first place remain.
I want to find out what happened. I want to find out how this happened, and I want it to not happen to anyone else ever again. Nobody should ever go through that, ever.
Today, Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Krasner spoke out on the case of mistaken identity.
As an institution, law enforcement owes you an apology. We ought to be able to do better than to rely on relatives and rely on the media to be a notification process to get you out of jail 6 days later
Jill
without
says
your
sucks
meds.
to be there for no reason. Sucks to be there for a reason.
My weekly Finn, my sweets. One love.
Cheers, Frank and Pinky. Cheers. Thank you very much. One life.
This case started in Webster, Texas, where police were investigating a shoplifting case. They found a surveillance picture of a person they were looking for and got a name.
The person on the right is the shoplifter, and then this is some picture that the woman that got arrested posted on social media. They don't really look alike. Like, if you look at their faces, they have very different faces. She has a different hair color too.
They were just looking at the boobs, I bet.
Then through social media found Philadelphia's Julie Hudson and somehow convinced the judge.
How you gonna find somebody on social
media and talk to a judge, and the judge gave the warrant?
And she is in Philadelphia?
Yes.
So they went all the way from Texas to Philadelphia? Is what
Media
you're saying?
found Philadelphia's Julie Hudson and somehow convinced the judge to issue a warrant for her arrest.
But I can tell you, based
That
on
judge
this,
got to lose his job. They're
elected.
This whole thing has to fucking deal the system. This is not right in any case.
It's really fucked up.
limited information we have, it's concerning. It's troubling. And I certainly hope and I trust that Texas will take a serious look at what it did in this case.
When you know that you didn't do anything wrong, and it makes you feel crazy.
Did they even have proof that she was in Texas at that time?
No, I think it took them 5 days to realize they had the wrong person.
But they pulled her in from Philadelphia?
I don't think she ever actually went. So Texas put out the warrant and she was arrested and held in Philadelphia. Yeah, they wouldn't have moved her to a different place without putting her in front of a judge.
Give her $1 million off the top. Just give her $1 million and then figure out how much more you owe her. Just give her $1 million right now.
Julie's family never gave up on her, and by going to the news, they elevated her story to officials in Texas.
Punk-ass investigators scouring Facebook. Pull this woman into jail for a week because they can somehow do their police work from Facebook now?
Apparently so.
You better put foot to fucking concrete.
Yeah, this person looks the same.
You better go make some steps.
Here in Philly, Texas dropped the charges against her, and she was ultimately freed.
How nice of them.
I saw video footage of police in Texas saying we made a mistake.
It was Dragon Man Firebase says it was Texas that fucked up first, though. Everybody fucked up. This judge, who's just like, oh yeah, go ahead. If you found her on Facebook, let's go. Put her in. Lock her up.
As soon as I saw that, there wasn't really the need for a phone call. We were where we needed to be.
Pretty sure the
DA
judge
said
was in Texas,
Philly
too.
police followed standard protocol, but adds changes in info sharing between jurisdictions like Texas and Philly could help prevent or catch these mistakes sooner.
If somebody wants us to send someone back, which we will do under the detainer, there's nothing wrong with letting us read your affidavit of probable cause. At least we might have picked up the phone and said, you did what? Let me get this straight. You used social media to make an identification. Why else do you think this Philadelphian is committing retail thefts in Texas?
Right, it's so weird. It's so out there. Those places aren't even close to where each other at all. You'd have to make a big trip to go to another state, like over 1,000 miles away, to shoplift and then go back.
As for the family, I've been in contact with them today. They tell me right now they're focusing on making sure that Julie's okay, but they don't rule out legal action in the future. Guys, I'll send it back to you.
Wow.
Another lesson, don't post shit on social media.
Oh, no, that's not a lesson at all. This should never have happened like that. That's like
wouldn't have happened without if she wouldn't put those pictures on social media.
That's like saying you victim blaming somebody for wearing a skirt and they get raped. Like that's
a way more extreme comparison.
It's like you could post to social media. This is not in any
Billy's
world.
addicted to social media.
In
guys.
any world is this
he has a social
acceptable.
Media addiction. This is expected from him.
Ben's literally holding drugs in his hand right now. I'm not the one on trial for addiction. You have a job to do, a double feature tonight, Ben, and you're getting high. This is a special episode of Drunken Peasants. Put the pipe down, Ben.
Get off of social media, everybody. It's a waste of time. Twitter.
Here's some more tipperoos.
Down the shitter.
When was the last time you guys built something with Legos?
God.
I went to the Lego store with my niece and nephew like 5 years ago, and we made the little build-your-own character figures. I think that was the last time I did, but that's because I passed the torch off to my nephew. He's built some cool shit with Legos. The bloodlines passed on, the Legos shall live on.
News. A man named Billy the Fridge has been arrested in connection with a plot to frame a woman named Christine Weston Chandler.
Yep. There we go.
You should see every time the cops try and come get me, I'm always out thinking the cops. Hey, right here, right now, officer, if you're looking at me and you think I look like a culprit, try and get me.
You look like a culprit.
Try and get me.
You look like a culprit.
I'm Teflon. I will get my $1.2 million out of your shiesty little police department.
Almost every aspect of his life. He's like a total stranger to the voters that voted for him.
It'd be great if he was like also an It's Pat. Like a woman this entire time. And
interview on
we
War
didn't
Room.
know because he was running as a Republican and thought it'd be better to be a straight man than a lesbian.
Get elected again unless he does like this crazy good job and surprises everybody. But other than that, they're just gonna, if they just want to complain about him and he's okay with that, he'll just stay in office and enjoy the benefits.
What's he got, 2 years?
I don't know how long their terms are actually. 2 or 4, one or the other. They might be 4-year terms, actually. I think they are 4-year terms.
Best case scenario, he uses these years to do something good for the area and they reelect him. Is that best case scenario?
Best case scenario, yeah.
Worst case scenario, they just troll him until he's gone.
Yeah.
And
it's
somebody
2.
better,
All right, someone said 2.
Somebody better rises out of the ashes of the trolling.
Oh, yeah. He might not even run again, depending on how bad all of this gets. We'll see. He might like the life, though. Maybe he'll cut some deals with some lobbyists and get paid.
If anybody will work with him, it looks like most of the Republicans are turning against him.
His vote is just as good as anyone else in his position.
He'll probably get all the Matt Gaetz representatives and stuff.
You know, when you think about it, when you think about how laws get made in this country, it's a very select group of people that get to actually decide what those are.
Yeah.
And those votes are very valuable.
And that's why those people have like full insurance coverage. When the government shuts down, they still get paid. Isn't that special?
That's the funniest thing. Like, yeah, they can't pick up the trash at the park, but they're all still working.
They're still getting fat, rubbing their bellies, eating filet mignon, jerking off into a vat of Oxycontin.
Ooh.
Lucky fuckers.
When I hear that, it makes me think of like heroin, cotton, Oxycontin.
The touch, the feel of Oxycontin.
The fabric of our lives.
Congress to expel him. I know that's extraordinary, but these are extraordinary times.
Oh, by the way, quick tech tip that I wanted to share with everyone who's watching right now. If you ever have a laggy stream like we were having yesterday, I highly, highly, highly recommend that if you use Discord during your streams, go into Discord and turn off hardware acceleration, because that was causing more than half of the problems we were having. There were some other things that needed to get figured out, but the Discord hardware acceleration was like taking up all of the GPU power.
Yeah. And if that doesn't fix everything, carefully slide a Sharpie up your butt.
Former U.S. Senator Al.
And he deserves it.
Why is he going to go to prison?
Will they throw him out of the Congress? No. They'll let the legal justice.
I mean, like, he doesn't have to leave. I hope he doesn't leave because it'll be funny. Because, like, well, he probably doesn't really understand the process that well too, because he lied about all of his qualifications and shit. So we'll see how he operates.
Do they have like a craft services table or something at the Capitol?
I
Congress?
have no idea.
Like, I could just imagine him sitting around there eating up all the shrimp. Just getting all the shrimp.
Organization filed a complaint with the FEC on Friday. Jody Goldberg, Fox 5 News.
He was laundering money through his campaign?
Well, if that's the case, then he might go to jail, and then he will not be able to be in Congress.
I like how the old man there was like, we're going to deal with this. We're going to put him in jail. They won't take him out of Congress, but we'll put him in jail.
Hey, if they put him in jail, that will also take him out of Congress. So
he's like, we don't have to take him out of Congress.
The Trump Organization to a more than $1.6 million fine for tax fraud.
So the Trump Organization is being fined for tax fraud.
Prosecutors accusing the former president's company of compensating top executives off the books. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
Was it cash compensation, or was it like, here's some tickets to the fucking New York Knicks game or whatever? You know, was it that kind of thing? Was it
Organization
gifts?
has to pay up.
It's greed, pure and simple.
A Manhattan judge ordering the company to pay the maximum fine of more than $1.6 million after being convicted of 17 counts of
Trump's actual wealth is disputed,
tax
so maybe
fraud.
that's not.
The money of the corporations is not a significant penalty. We think significant symbolically. I think it sends a message to New Yorkers that everyone in Manhattan, in New York, is accountable under the law.
Prosecutors call it a multi-dimensional scheme.
It sends a message. If you defraud for millions and millions of dollars, you might pay $1.6 million.
Went on for more than 15 years, compensating the company's top executives off the books to help them pay less in taxes, including former CFO Alan Weisselberg, who evaded nearly $2 million in taxes, getting perks like private school tuition, rent, and car lease payments. Weisselberg has paid back his unpaid taxes plus interest.
Wow, he just looks evil in that picture. They selected a very evil-looking picture of
It's
him.
funny how many of Trump's cohorts had that evil look, like Roger Stone.
I mean, even Giuliani had it.
Yeah, they all had some like villain looks to them. Roger Stone literally like looked like he was out of the pages of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Christopher Lloyd's character in the end when he got half-tuned.
And was sentenced to 5 months in jail. The company releasing a statement calling Weisselberg a victim, saying in part, these politically motivated prosecutors will stop at nothing to get President Trump and continue the never-ending witch hunt.
This is a jury of New Yorkers that made this decision that the Trump Organization violated criminal laws, not the prosecutors.
The former president was not charged, but prosecutors say he was not blissfully ignorant of the scheme. The Trump Organization has 14 days to pay. Attorneys for the organization have vowed to appeal. Rena Roy, ABC News,
They
New
vowed
York.
to appeal, so he's not going to pay this, huh?
No, not until the appeals go through the court, and who knows how long that'll take. That's why people stay on death row in like states where death row is still the thing. They'll keep it in appeals for years and years and years, and they'll get like more years in prison because of that.
The Director of National Intelligence released a report yesterday showing the number of reported UFO sightings has gone up in recent years. The Pentagon has now collected 510 reports of unidentified flying objects, many of which are flying in sensitive military airspace. And while there is no evidence of
a bug flying really close to the lens.
Yeah, just a bug sitting on the friggin' lens.
I remember one time I was watching the Seattle news, and they had their like wide shot of downtown Seattle, and there was like a big ass spider that like came and like climbed up the fucking camera. It was hilarious.
I thought we were done for. I thought it was spider aliens.
Yeah.
Terrestrials, they still pose a threat. So let's bring in Brett Tingley to dig deeper into all of this. He's an editor at space.com. So what stood out to you in this report?
What stood out to me is that while many of these reports cannot be characterized, that is, they cannot be defined, some of them still appear to display flight characteristics that are really advanced, really beyond
advanced flight characteristics.
What our aircraft can do.
I mean, do we know that they're manned aircraft, or are they like drones of some sort?
Unfortunately, and many of these,
I like how this guy's using the like cheap, like, you know, background.
I wonder if he even knows how to turn it off.
These uncharacterized
moves,
reports,
it kind of slowly
there's
follows him.
Not enough detailed data to really make a determination of what these unidentified objects might be.
So is that...
That's a lot.
Overall was 510, but there was been 247 since March 2021.
Yeah. So we're coming up on 2 years.
Say there are nearly 200 sightings that remain uncharacterized. Was that the primary reason? Because there just isn't enough information, you can't see them well? Or is it really like, you know, here's a list of the things that we know and that are in the sky, and these are not them?
Well, you know, it's important to remember that many of these sightings happen in just a fraction of a second or a few seconds. You have aviators who have so
182 times, you won't be able to see them.
Different things on their mind when they're operating these multi-million-dollar aircraft. Their sensors pick up something strange. They zoom by it in a matter of a second or two, and that's all they got. The report mentions that in many of these incidents, we kind of depend on the accurate recollection of these aviators to remember exactly what they saw up there in the sky. And so a lot of times, you know,
in his
aviators,
whatever he said, it seemed off to me. And then he's like does a reverse gulp burp. My guy knows something we don't know, and he's covering up for the aliens. That's why he's got those bags under his eyes. He's been getting probed since March 2021.
Just an incomplete picture of what they saw. A few hundred of these reports were found to be airborne clutter, things like birds or even shopping bags up in the sky. Over 100 were found to be balloons. So in many cases, these are pretty benign, pretty normal.
So a lot of them are like weather balloons, which are released all the time. Weather balloons are constantly released.
Objects up there in the sky, but you know, these...
I saw one time, and it almost looked like there were two moons, because it was like right near the moon, and I was like, what the fuck is that thing?
Did you try and kill it?
Dude, it was like thousands of feet up into the sky.
Yeah, you probably couldn't have got it.
No.
Advanced military sensors are detecting them.
Have you seen the war that broke out with El Chapo's son being detained? And they're down there in Colombia shooting, is it Colombia? But they're shooting the planes coming out of the airports. It's really crazy.
I thought El Chapo was in Mexico.
Have a formalized procedure for aviators to file reports when they do see something they can't identify.
So then explain the growing concern, as you point out, over airspace safety highlighted in this report.
Right. Well, you know, even something like a plastic bag, if it's up in the sky, if it gets sucked into the
wrong.
No, I just looked it up.
Pretty sure. Okay, I'll go with Mexico for the sake of the show. We don't have time to argue. But
jet engine of, say, an F-18, it can cause a lot of damage. We've seen a wide proliferation of drones, even off-the-shelf drones in recent years that have wound up in sensitive airspace near nuclear power.
It does look like a gnat, like a
potato bug crawling across, trying to get a little boner, take a dump on the camera.
It's like a beer gnat. You ever seen the gnats that'll collect around a beer bottle? Like
not usually, but I think I recalled. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like someone's like sitting on their couch with an empty beer bottle and there's gnats flying and they just like zoomed in like really close to one of them. That's what it looks like. That's what it is.
Facilities, near military facilities, and something like a drone can certainly do a lot of damage if it happens to have a midair collision with an aircraft.
Everybody's telling me it's Mexico. I got to tell you right now, we're going to start a second war over this, all right? I already apologized. What else do you want from me? Come to my turf telling me it's Mexico, okay? See what happens. El Fato is going to go boots deep in your back door. Ask about it.
Damn.
So one of the big conclusions of this report is that the skies are just getting cluttered with stuff. And as sensors and cameras on aircraft become more advanced, they're seeing a lot more of this stuff up in the air And we need a process for aviators to be able to file reports when they see them.
Yeah, I was actually surprised at how few of these sightings were drones, because it just seems like everyone's got a drone nowadays, and and they're taking pictures of their vacations and stuff like that. So
drones don't normally fly that high. Like it's rare, and you'd have to have a pretty nice drone to fly it super high, because the smaller, cheaper ones can't really handle well up there.
This report was
Do you think it's
delayed.
the Chinese government sending over their super drones?
Dude, I had a cheap Chinese drone that flew away.
Yeah, they had it sent here under your name.
That was not a super
You
drone.
hit a button and that thing just was like, nope, going back to the home country.
If that thing could have, there's no way that thing could have made it across the ocean.
Do we know why?
Well, they probably sent it to you.
You know, there's been a lot
so it would go fly over to Bill Gates' house and steal secrets.
Speculation about why it has been delayed. One of the most common conclusions I've seen is that it was just bureaucratic inertia. Things in the federal government move slow. This report was supposed to be filed in October, but of course in November we had midterm elections. We saw
Didn't
with
the ex-Israeli intelligence guy come out saying there was aliens like a year and a half ago. There's been a lot of weird people coming out for aliens. The fact that Tom DeLonge of Blink-182 was given a government job in discovering aliens, that's wild. That's wild.
Well, I mean, Elvis was given a DEA badge where he could pull over an airplane on the runway if he wanted to.
Well, that's something that has a
when
little
you're
more
a rock star.
It's a little more realistic than being in charge of aliens. Blink-182 was put in charge of aliens.
I think being made like a law enforcement official overnight with no qualifications is a bigger deal than being made in charge. That's like
I think Tom DeLonge had a podcast.
That's like giving the guy who you think's kind of weird like a fluff job, like kind of like, oh, yeah, do this. It's like giving the athlete in college like bowling as a class so that they don't fail their GPA requirements to
they
play.
gave Shaq a badge too, didn't they? And
Not by the
Steven Seagal got a
federal
badge?
government. Yeah, dude. Elvis was basically was a federal agent, like CIA, FBI, ATF style, like whatever he wanted to do,
I wonder if he was an undercover CIA agent.
The president, he didn't need to be. He was like his own thing, He was DEA.
The vote to confirm the Speaker of the House, how slow the government and Congress can be sometimes. So there's no big reason that has been given why it was delayed, other than, the federal government sometimes has delays, especially when it comes to, policy like this report. This report was mandated by last year's National Defense Authorization Act. And so now the Office of the Director of National Intelligence is required to file an annual report.
I bet you if we take that filter off the background of this guy's video, he's in the damn room with a probe about to go inside his ass. Like he's in the alien ship right now.
I am being treated well.
That's why the filter
It's a
is there.
hostage video.
It's hiding. There's like a Graylien coming through.
A Graylien?
With like a weird metallic toothbrush looking incinerator. And he's about to jam it up the guy's ass. I can tell by the bags under his eyes. Something's happening to him.
Ever since Kanye did that tweet with the Raelian symbol, the Star
The
of
thing
David
that got
with
him
the
kicked
swastika,
off of Twitter?
Yeah, the Star of David with the swastika inside of it. I started following the founder of the Raelians on Twitter. He's hilarious. But
What's something he does?
He claims he was abducted by aliens and saw all this stuff, and he thinks he's like a prophet, basically. And he hosts these. It's a UFO sex cult, is basically what it is. That's the easiest way to describe it. And they claim to have cloned a human.
So they basically put Rael and Alien together to make a Raelian. Because they're over here railing aliens.
His name is Rael.
Rael?
Yeah. It's spelled like R-A-E-L.
R-A-E-L?
Yeah.
That's not how Israel is spelled,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
Huh. This is weird, man.
There's been a lot of like news stories and other stuff about them. It's interesting. They got a lot of attention a while back.
Shaq is an honorary U.S. deputy marshal and a reserve police officer with agencies in California, Arizona, and Florida.
So deputy marshal, is that federal? Because then
U.S. deputy is federal.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he does have a federal badge. I thought he was like Hoist Gracie and that kind of shit, where he's like a local cop
with Congress. And, unfortunately, a lot of things just move slow through the halls of Congress.
So you can't do that when you're talking about UFOs. Because
I'm so tired of UFOs.
UFOs.
Everyone liked the stream. We're going to be doing, we're doing another stream. We're going to end this stream and go do another stream. Man, I can't say stream with these things in my mouth.
Back to back to back. It's the Super Stream Team double feature. This is like Scream 6.
The Super Cream Team double feature.
The Scream Team. We're down and dirty. They have the new Scream movie coming out, and it looks like it's in New York City now. That's going to be crazy. The last Scream movie wasn't as good as the other Scream movies. I'll say that right now. Sorry if you guys loved it. Hobo Max says, do not cross streams. No promises. We'll do our best, though. We have no idea how long the break between streams will be.
Hardly anything.
DP doing it Shabisky style. What does that mean? We're going to stand up at the desk?
I don't know. I think he does like multiple streams or whatever.
Champion. We got to make up for last night's kerfuffle.
Yeah, and I think everything's working pretty well now.
We had a kerfuffle burst our bubble, but now we're smooth. We're baby skin smooth.
I'm actually I'm sharing the stream on some of the socials out there. Let's see.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Get everybody wild and free here. Our numbers have not reached the potential point that they usually would because we've had so many reamings lately.
Yeah. It was we got off to a bad start.
But everything is on pace to deliver you a quality episode once again after this one ends. And then, who knows? After that, we might even be back again before you know it. The one thing about Drunken Peasants is we do it so much, we don't even know when the next episode is. It's fantastic.
Shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, this would have been a good time to play a video.
Yeah. Don't forget, in February, this is coming back. The first one is going to be directly after a DP episode. It's
the doggy's going pee-pee.
Why do I have to be naked, Billy?
Do what you're told.
Do what you're told.
So it'll be on February 2nd.
That's Groundhog's Day.
Will Joe see his shadow?
I think Joe will peer into the depths of everyone and see their shadows before they themselves even realize they were standing within the light. Because that's what Joe does. He creates the abyss you peer into.
He is the abyss you peer into.
He is light. He is dark. He is all. He is Joe.
Yeah.
Anybody watching good porn lately? Let us know in a $6.69 donation.
We can. I have a video. I got a video that we can watch.
Individual situation. Check out the beautiful asshole.
Dwight Langston asks, do all Americans believe in Groundhog Day? Yes, we believe in Groundhog Day longer than we believe in Tooth Fairy.
All right, let's... So here's Brett talking about I think he talks about how gay guys have daddy issues.
Some probably do.
Takes
if a girl,
you know,
or a woman does not have a good father, or does not feel like her needs were met while growing up, the cycle will continue. The circle will repeat itself because
Brett knows all about the cycles.
Who ends up becoming a young woman, a lot of her views about what a man ought to be, her thoughts on how she felt like she didn't get enough love, she'll end up finding herself in a position where when she does meet a guy, whether he's developed into a man or not, she's going to expect attention. She's going to be expected to be high maintenance.
Women who expect
She's
attention
going to expect that
deserve what they
this
get.
is not only her boyfriend, but she expects him to be like a father. She wants somebody by nature and proxy to become her father, which is why they come up with the concept of daddy issues. It sounds kind of like it's insulting or
Can't
somehow...
you probably blame Christianity for the daddy issues? Don't they indoctrinate everybody to worship the father, look up to the father, put themselves in the position of being dominated by their masculine influence from father to husband? Isn't it kind of like grooming to make them this way? Am I wrong about that?
Lowering a woman's value. But believe it or not, there are males out there too with daddy issues where you'll see a lot of guys who find themselves attracted to other men because they see that alpha in another man. They see that there's a person who has this protector, guardian type of thing. And I think that is one of the reasons why we see a lot of the various forms of sexuality and nature between humans. You probably heard when looking at some of these videos, or
I think a lot of daddy issues lead these boys to be the little coercion sickos that push themselves onto women as well because they're trying to live up to the motherfucker that they call dad.
You know, people like
it's not just a gay thing. There's a lot of daddy issues going around. The majority of issues, man or woman, gay or straight, are daddy issues or maternal issues. People who never grew out of their parents' problems.
Dominant partner,
blame them for
and
it.
then there's the partner who plays the part of a woman. So as you can see, without a good father to raise families up and raise his kids, it causes a lot of disturbance. It causes a woman to have impossible expectations for her husband. It causes men to want to be around other men who can.
No, it causes men who don't know how to be a good husband. They don't know how to be a good partner because they were raised by a poor father, a poor partner. There's a whole lot that goes into this thing. It affects everybody. It's a conditioning, a generational conditioning. You can't just say this is turns guys into butt sluts and girls into butt sluts.
Daddy.
It's more than that.
And who can, you know, fill that void that wasn't there before. It's all really, if you think about it, Sigmund Freud was onto something.
He was on to something. That Sigmund Freud, he was really on to something.
A lot of the very things that men and children and women and girls do in society is based upon the relationship that they had with their moms and dads.
Okay. I think he might be kind of projecting himself out there.
Didn't his dad punch all his teeth out?
He claims that, but probably not.
Didn't he make a song called Father?
Yeah, but that wasn't about his father. That was like a song about God.
Directly, it was about God, but indirectly, it all goes back to the father.
His father didn't really punch his teeth out, Billy.
Do we know that?
It's like, yeah, because he claims it was like one punch. And like molars don't normally just like come out by like one punch.
But then
his teeth rotted out.
But then you recognize the daddy issues are there because he would blame his father for something like that.
The song is about like, if God is your father, why would he allow all these bad things in the world to happen?
And what he's saying is that a father needs to take care of his child, and he feels regret that his father didn't take care of him the way God didn't take care of him.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We're going to go and do the other stream in just a minute here.
Daddy-daughter purity dances. Sticky, yeah, great point. Those are weird as hell. Ruby Jules says purity dances are better than TikTok dances. That's up for debate. Some TikTok dances are fun. Some of them are creepy. Same thing with father, daddy, daughter dances. Some of them are fun. Some of them are creepy.
This is the link to the other stream. I will pin it in the chat. We are going to go there in just a few minutes.
Soon. This has been going, what, just under 2 hours?
No, it's just over 2 hours.
Oh, we have already... Oh, we started at 5, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. We usually start at the 15 mark afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, so we are
Nistius said Billy trying to talk about shit from before his time. I mean, these observations, they don't matter. I don't have to be there to make these observations on Brett Keene's obvious problems with his dad. The fact that he would blame them on his dad.
He was always
whether he was lying or not.
and rewriting history all the time.
That's the daddy issue right there, is blaming his father for something, whether it was real or not.
All right. We are about to go do the other stream. We will see you all there. Everyone should go follow us there. The link is live. We are going there right now. We will see you all there.
Go now!